Welcome to Positive Atheism English channel. Today I am going to read out you an article, Life of an Atheist, written by Sri R. Arjuna Rao, famous freedom fighter and an atheist. In 1941, when I met Gora at Mudunuru village in Krishna district as one who admired his atheist philosophy and who was anxious to learn more about it and the way in which he translated it into action. I didn't imagine that I would become his son-in-law in 1948. Gora was accepted by the untouchables as one who fought for their rights and besides exhorting them to rebel against rigid caste conventions. He educated them by delivering popular lectures in the slums of untouchables. He spoke on topics like theory of evolution, scientific outlook on life, social and economic equality. In the course of his lectures, which I attended, and his extensive tours in which I accompanied him, his main theme was outright condemnation of karma theory, that is, the Hindu fatalistic attitude to life and its division into watertight compartments of castes. He used to say that they are all man-made and hence man could remake and remold the social order based on equality, justice and liberty. He took up the active program of conducting mass cosmopolitan dinners for fighting against caste outlook. I attended those dinners and as an activist organized them myself. To inculcate the spirit of scientific outlook in the villages, Gora tried his best in his lectures in villages to expose deep-rooted mythical beliefs like fire walking. He held a demonstration of fire walking at my village, Vanapamula also. He thus exploded the myth. People became bold and walked with him on fire. There was another interesting incident in the neighboring village. A palm tree used to rise and fall with the sunrise and sunset. A few people exploited this unusual phenomenon by attracting people to worship the tree. Gora explained it by saying that the moth-eaten roots of the tree were affected by lack of water underground. Hence, the trees inclined towards the ground during the daytime and rose up again in the evening and at night as the moisture underground increased. This rational explanation offered by Gora convinced the villagers and they ceased to worship it anymore. On another occasion, innocent and ignorant villagers began to worship another palm tree with heads. As a palm tree has only one head, a multi-headed palm tree is a freak of nature. This tree became the object of worship. Gora condemned this worship attitude of the people towards this freak of nature. A few young men on one night went to the spot and cut it down. The villagers were at first infuriated but later could not but accept the fact that the tree which they worshipped was no longer there. All these incidents made me an atheist. As I was little educated and had no opportunity for education in the slum, I went to Mudunur and joined the adult education school at Atheist Center run by Gora, who taught the elementary principles of many subjects. There were about 100 of us. Most of us were villagers. This school was wound up in 1942 when Gora with many followers like me courted imprisonment in the Quit India movement. I was in prison for 16 months. We were called the atheist group. The police beat us when we refused to state our caste and religion. In 1944, after my release from the jail, I met Gora. He offered his oldest daughter, Manorama, in marriage to me. I was taken aback. Untouchability in villages was very strong at that time and a marriage between a so-called high caste and so-called Harjan could not be imagined. But Gora said that atheism meant social revolution and he wanted to practice what he professed. I had no education, rank or property. This proposal enhanced my respect for Gora. I believe that Gora went beyond Mahatma Gandhi in implementing the program for the removal of untouchability. Gandhi came to know about the marriage proposal and said that he would solemnize the marriage at Sevagram Ashram and asked me to stay there for a few months. Gora made it very clear that the marriage should be performed without religious ceremony and the word God should not be used. Gandhi agreed to this suggestion and to test our principled stand, he asked for the postponement of the marriage by 2 years. I was in Sevagram Ashram these 2 years. Gandhi was assassinated in January 1948. So, in March of that year, my marriage took place in the presence of prominent Gandhians like Thakkar Bapa, Aryan Naikam, and many others. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Prime Minister of India, was present at Sevagram on the day of our marriage and conveyed his congratulations and best wishes to us. Some people tempted me to give up atheism and adopt the Harijan label. I believe in castelessness, and so I rejected an offer by the Congress party for contesting a reserved seat in elections in 1952. If a general seat was offered, the matter would have been different. When my children grew up, I did not fill up the caste and religion columns for admission into educational institutions. All my 5 children, Milav, Chonav, Sadik, Pawar and Suyaj, grew up atheistically. I am uncompromising on this issue of castelessness. My entire family took part in all active programs initiated by Gora. All of us strive for the creation of a casteless society where human values count the most. And this is the end of the article written by Sri R. Arjun Rao on Life of an Atheist. We shall meet again in the next episode. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to our Positive Atheism English channel presented by Samaram channels, which has crossed more than 20 crore views. Please like, subscribe and share our videos. And for notification of our new videos, please click the bell icon.